and really punch the air in a count 3. 1, 2, 3, go. Perfect.
Oh, here we go, here we go. Oh. The escapes are here. Some toast and marmalade.
We know that Martin is finally retiring.
I don't believe it for a second.
Well, I've had a reoccurring nightmare that I'll retire before Martin. And it's something I've had for some time now because, you know, he's always been around and he always seems to stay another year.
So Martin has been trying to spend less hours at the club for years, I'm not sure if he wanted to or not, but he said he did. I was never quite sure. But he seemed to spend more and more hours. And so in wishing Martin a happy retirement, I'm hoping we still see quite a lot of him. I suspect we might.
It's my birthday cake, Dick.
Martin, in a way, has done just as much for Brighton Hove Albion Football Club as my dear brother. Obviously not from a financial perspective, but the hard work and the hours and his doggedness to succeed in that we got what we wanted as a club is truly remarkable.
Yes!
To persevere through some of those darker times, to constantly get rejected and told it wasn't going to happen and have one protest over here and another one over there and people objecting here and people objecting there. It must have felt at times like an impossible task.
Martin dedicated himself to winning this planning. We know that we went through some difficulties to get there, but we got there in the end. But Martin played such a huge part in it, having to attend public hearings and hearing every word that's spoken.
Everything that we've done could not have been done without him. He has driven planning permissions. I think he's into about his 80th planning permission now. I don't think that we would have found anybody with the tenacity to just keep ploughing through the way he does.
I always say, and it is true, that I've had the easy bit. You know, the hard work to get this club to where it now is was really done before me. You know, what Martin did with Derek, with Dick, with Tony was incredible. They persevered, their energy and enthusiasm never waned, and you know, 2011 comes along and this stadium opens and here we are nearly a decade later, and that's down to that hard work, that perseverance. And Martin was such an integral part of every aspect of what went on there.
Ready?
He might have thought that once he'd built the stadium, he wouldn't be quite as busy. But of course, with Tony around, he found that he was extremely busy. And the next thing that had to be done was to build the training ground.
So Martin, there is one thing I'd like to apologise to you, because I know when the training ground got finished in 2014, that was supposed to be the start of your retirement. But I know over the last 5 or 6 years, I've given you new project after new project after new project, lots of new works at the stadium, at the training ground, another 20 or 30 planning applications. So apologies and thank you once again.
I know I get to see a lot of Martin on the football club side, but I also get to see him on Albion and the community side. And Martin has shaped that board. He creates a phenomenal bridge between the club and AITC. And his mark is all over the charity now. I think as an individual, as someone who's facilitated everything at the club and then does something incredible on the philanthropic side, he's unique.
He's a wise old owl to go and chat to when you've got big decisions to make or big recommendations to make to the board. Martin's a good source of grey hair, lined face, humour, but most importantly, experience.
The great thing about this board is that there are characters like Martin who are incredibly welcoming, incredibly warm-hearted and just lovely people.
He was one of the first people I met at the club. He was partly what I expected, you know, welcoming, kind, decent, but there was this wicked sense of humour that I didn't really know about but got to learn about very, very quickly.
Yes, he's got a great sense of humour. He's got a great sense of humour. We have lots of fun. We have lots of smiles. He certainly has a big personality.
Legendary for being the last to leave parties. You know, forget Premier League footballers leaving the promotion party last. Martin Perry was last. If you're looking for a club night out and for someone to still be propping up the bar when it's opening for breakfast the next morning, Martin's your man. you know, I'm going to miss him hugely when he finally does step back, because for my time here, he's been an ever-present, and we have so many funny moments, have had so many funny moments over those years, so many really good laughs at a time when perhaps we shouldn't have been laughing, or maybe actually that's just what we needed at that time, but he's been the source of them, and it's been brilliant to work with him.
You know, Martin, I think, has got a special place in all of our hearts because of his kind of warmth of character and his love of life and all the rest of it. So he's an unbelievable person.
He's a very honourable, nice, decent person. He's an absolute gentleman, and it's been a pleasure to work with him these past 20 years or so. It's been a privilege, I would say, to work with him.
He's been so supportive ever since I took over the football club, and he will be badly missed on a day-to-day level around the club, but he's going to be one of our presidents, and he will be around the boardroom on game days, and that's if he actually does retire. There's a bit of a caveat there, but Martin, you will retire.
You know, he's just been a huge influence on the last 20 or 25 years of this football club, and you know, he was one of the key people in getting us to where we are today.
When they write the history of Brighton Hove Albion, he should have a very special place.
And there's me on a diet.
You've touched on that you've had lots of funny moments. Is there any ones that kind of spring to mind?
Oh, every day. I mean, every day, you know, whether it's him sort of trying to hide cake from his wife, or a dessert that he shouldn't be having from his wife, or, you know, turning up to a meeting with, you know, cake in his pocket, or, you know, cake pretty much anywhere, really. That's Martin. You know, he's constantly on a diet, but constantly eating cake.